Today, I really want to go over some of my kitchen pantry staples or must-haves, things that I feel like I need to have on hand all the time. Stuff that usually can stay sitting for a while, stuff that is really easy to turn into just throw it together meals, kind of just little things like that. Things that I like to keep around the kitchen. These first couple of items are pretty much a given. I think that most households have them, but I'm putting them on the list anyways because they are part of my pantry or cabinet essentials. So the first one is rice. You can do so much with rice, so many meals, fried rice, steamed rice, use it for tacos, anything like that. It's just something that I have to have all the time. Along with rice is noodles. Just any kind of pasta can go a long way depending on what you're deciding to make as well. Another item that I really like to have around the house, we get the Red Lobster biscuit mix just because it's easier. I have yet to find a good biscuit recipe. I haven't actually done a lot of looking, but that should be something that I definitely do more of because it would be way cheaper than buying this. But biscuits are a really good, I find, alternative to if you want to have buns for like a stew or any kind of soup, a chowder. If you don't want just plain buns, this is a good alternative for me. This one is a huge essential in my house. I use it quite often for different meals or recipes. It's actually, I think, a very common ingredient. So I buy chicken broth. This is no salt added, so it's just a really good base for soups. You can honestly use it as a base or as the water to boil pasta in. I know sometimes if my kids are sick, they don't eat soup. They don't like to drink any kind of broth, obviously. So sometimes I'll make them pasta because I know if they'll eat it, I'll boil it in the chicken broth so that hopefully some of the nutrients soak up into the noodles and give them just a little bit of extra something to keep them going. But I found this is used in so many recipes. I literally have like 8 boxes in my cupboard right now and it lasts for such a long time. We'll be far through our boxes before they're expired. So I think there are just a couple more things that I like to have in our house at all times. So one of the things that I've started to do is when we go to Costco, I'll buy like a huge thing of ground beef. It's cheaper for what you get and then we can cut it up, bag it how we want to, how much we want to, and then I always end up making meatballs and I'll throw them in the oven and then I just freeze them. So I have tons of meatballs sitting in the freezer ready to go, so then I just need to thaw them. And honestly, it's kind of been a little bit of a lifesaver. I like to have some sort of protein on hand, and then along with protein, this is the most amazing thing I have discovered. This sounds really sad. This is broccoli from Costco, but it's already like cut up and they freeze it. So all you have to do, you take this bag, throw it into the microwave for like 6.5 minutes, I think. 5 to 6 minutes. And then it's steamed broccoli. And honestly, I use this in so much stuff. I had one really bad experience where I bought fresh broccoli and I was gonna use it for a stir fry. And I opened the bag, and I got it right from the store, opened the bag, and it was covered in little gray bugs. Like all of the top of the broccoli, it looked a little bit grayish. It was bugs, all of it. Oh, it was so awful. I have never bought fresh broccoli since then because I was so grossed out. So this, I'm more than happy. Frozen vegetables are the same as fresh. Fresh obviously can taste better. I understand that, but I have no issues keeping frozen broccoli, frozen vegetables in our freezer. They're easy enough to pull out, warm up, thaw for other meals as well. So one of the last things that I can think of right now, like these are just shredded hash browns, but they're dehydrated. So they are a little bit, probably not as good for you, but they're really good to use in a pinch. So for me tonight, we didn't really have anything planned for supper and I have some sausage thawed. We have the broccoli here that I'm gonna throw in. We've got some eggs in the fridge and I'm honestly just gonna make like a breakfast casserole. Like you hydrate these, throw it in a pan with some eggs, cook it up, throw the meat in, throw the broccoli in, seasonings in, whatever you want. Cover it with cheese, throw it in the oven, you're good to go. Like, super easy to use. They actually taste better than I thought that they would, but they're just some staples that I like to keep in my kitchen at all times, no matter what season it is. And I just thought that I could share a little bit more into our pantry, into our life. Not that it really says much about our life, but you know, it is what it is. Thanks for watching.